Hello, everybody, and welcome to World Talks here on TVP World. My name's Don Arleth. Let's get started. Poland has reopened 2 border crossings with Belarus on Monday, even as it continues to strengthen its border security against illegal migration. The move comes amid ongoing disruptions to trade, including thousands of trucks stranded in Belarus, and concerns over Belarusian tactics affecting the region. To discuss the implications for border management, trade, and security, we are joined by Alina Koushyk, editor-in-chief of Belsat TV. Hello, Alina, and thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Thank you for having me. Good afternoon, good evening, actually, from Vilnius today.
Yes, now Poland cites economic concerns as a reason for opening these border crossings, and I'll remind our viewers that, you know, one of these crossings was closed in 2021 as a result of migrants rioting there along that border checkpoint and police services having to intervene, and the other crossing was closed in 2023 as a result of a court case and the detention of Andrzej Poczobut. So I guess my first question for you is, Poland cites economic concerns here in its decision to reopen these posts, but is that really the case? And if so, exactly what are those concerns?
I think that this is quite a complicated issue, and of course not only economic one. For border region, I mean Białystok, Grodno, or Brześć and Bobrowniki, it was also a continuation of long year history of cross-border trade. You can understand this. And when the border was closed, of course, all these connections were stopped. That caused, of course, a lot of losses in local businesses, in local tourism as well. So this is like the one side of this reopening, but I believe that this is not the most significant one. We know that there are ongoing discussions and negotiations between the Polish side, Minister of Foreign Affairs, and Belarusian regime side, what to do with political prisoners, and especially with Andrzej Poczobut, who is the most known face of these political hostages regime is taken and is taken behind the bars at the moment. Until now, they see that Polish officials, they did a welcome gesture. So we are waiting in what official Minsk will do to answer this. Till now, there is not, but of course, for all Belarusians, this is the most important topic of other days, because you have to remember that up to now, Belarus is almost under iron curtain. Almost all border crosses were closed. That's why it is so important, especially for people, not only for economic reasons, to open up the border, to have this possibility to connect with European countries.
Do you think there was somewhat of a realization that that these closures affected the people more than the Lukashenko regime? Or is it, do we have something in play here, like, say, this newly appointed special envoy by the United States to Belarus, and this is just more of a show of goodwill for the release of potential prisoners, like you said?
You know, all that things matters. And please remember also about the role of China, for whom opening of border crosses is super important. But of course, we know that now Poland opened borders, especially for normal people, ordinary people. And Svetlana Tikhanovskaya, in her address, said that she's welcoming this gesture that is very important for all Belarusians, for our relatives, for people who cannot connect with each other, because you know that after 2020 from Belarus, up to 1 million people flew, and especially to Poland. That's why having this kind of connection is extremely important. And of course, I believe that the role of newly appointed special envoy John Coale is significant in this matter. I know that he is in close contact with Belarusian democratic forces, especially with Svetlana Tikhanovskaya, and his visit to Minsk is prepared, and probably it should be this week or next week. And we all keep fingers crossed to see the practical results of this visit. I mean, freeing of new part of political hostages or political prisoners. And we'll see what America and the United States should do instead of this. And of course, we all are following the Andrzej Poczobut situation. We remember that President of Poland honored him with a very special sign, Orden Orła Białego, White Eagle Order. And I believe this is important. I believe that this is a sign that Poland is welcoming freeing of Andrzej Poczobut. But as I always said, in these very sensitive negotiations, it's better to be more silent than to tell more, because otherwise these negotiations can just be stopped, as we've seen like a couple of weeks ago.
Certainly. Now, where you are, Lithuania criticized Poland's move as undermining EU coordination. Is Warsaw pulling this move in its own interests ahead of regional unity in this matter, do you think?
You know, it's difficult to coordinate all the interests, and of course, Poland will put first its national interest. But for Lithuania, they showed their solidarity for these couple of days, and I believe this was an important gesture. As today, Minister of Foreign Affairs of Lithuania, Kęstutis Budrys, he said that Lithuania is planning to open the border, but not earlier than at the end of November. And now there are ongoing negotiations with Belarusian side, but as they underlined, these are just technical negotiations, how to bring back all this transport which is stuck on the Belarusian side.
Do you think this move will alleviate that problem for Lithuanian truck drivers who are stuck there? Will they be able to utilize these newly opened border crossings?
We don't have this information yet, but I believe in upcoming days we will have more information. But this can be one of the exits, I believe, for these truck drivers. But we also know that the situation on Polish-Belarusian border is quite critical because there is a huge queue from the trucks and also from personal cars. So we'll see how these border crosses will work, because even from my personal experience, even if border is open, it's not always working on the full capacity. So sometimes we feel like it's a kind of Italian strike. Then the border services are working slowly. That's why, it takes a lot of time, to cross the border. So we'll see. But up to then, propaganda is using these facts and this Polish gesture. They say that And also what they showing and demonstrating, I don't know if you're taking this into consideration, that Poland stated full reopening of cross borders just with zero hybrid attacks on the border. And up to now, we see that from a very, very long time, we had almost no new attempts to cross the border. On 15th, 16th of November, just 10 cases, which is far below the normal level. So official Minsk shows that they are controlling these illegal border crosses. And now we'll see what will do official Minsk next. And up to me, we are waiting for the first official visit of John Coale to Minsk as a newly appointed special envoy.
Okay, well, hopefully this is a good sign that the tensions on the border are easing somewhat. I'd like to thank you, Alina Koushyk, editor-in-chief at Belsat TV. Thank you so much for joining us tonight on World Talks. Thank you.
Thank you.
And that concludes this edition of World Talks. Thanks for joining us, and stay with us for more here on TVP World.